2019, the United States Space Force was formed from the Air Force Space Command and the former Space Development Agency. And now it's been confirmed by Chief Master Sergeant of the Space Force, Robert A. Toberman, that the United States Space Force has its very own Good Conduct Medal, the Space Force Good Conduct Medal. So let's go take a look. In many ways, the new Space Force is to the Air Force like the Marine Corps is to the Navy. There's that special relationship. But the leadership of the Space Force thought that they really needed their own Good Conduct Medal and not to use the Air Force Good Conduct Medal. The new medal shown here was designed by the Army's Institute of Heraldry based on input from the Space Force, and it was approved by President Biden on October 3rd, 2022. The front of the medal shows a modified version of the Space Force seal with the service's trademark delta in front of a globe encircled by an elliptical orbit with the Polaris star to the upper left, which that really represents command and control of all of the satellite systems that circle the globe. The seal is surrounded by the words United States Space Force and the motto in Latin, which means always above. The Roman numerals signify the date that the Space Force was established in 2019. The back of the medal has the same three words in a ring, efficiency, honor, fidelity, that are on the Army and the Air Force's version of the Good Conduct Medal. And it also contains the phrase, for good conduct, and room for engraving of the recipient's name. The ribbon is tan on its outer edges with parallel stripes of black, dark blue, and a light blue around a single white stripe in the middle. Here's a comparison of the back of the new Space Force Good Conduct Medal and the back of the Army and Air Force Good Conduct Medal. Today, the Armed Forces now have 6 Good Conduct Medals. Starting on your left, the Army Good Conduct Medal, established in June of 1941. Then the Marine Corps Good Conduct Medal, established in July of 1896. Followed by the Navy Good Conduct Medal, established in August 1896, the Air Force Good Conduct Medal, established in June 1963, the new Space Force Good Conduct Medal, established in October of 2022, and the Coast Guard Good Conduct Medal, established in May of 1921. I'm not sure all of the versions of the Space Force Good Conduct Medal are available, but there will be in the future the same versions as the Air Force Good Conduct Medal, full-size, gold-plated, miniature versions and ribbons. The new Space Force Good Conduct Medal will be awarded after 3 consecutive years of service. So a member of the Air Force who transfers to the Space Force and now receives the Space Force Good Conduct ribbon, it would come before the Air Force Good Conduct ribbon, which he had previously been awarded, as shown in the example on the right. The Guardians in the Space Force are now officially eligible to receive a number of other military decorations and awards of the Air Force, but I'll cover that in another video. Thanks for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the show as much as we enjoyed putting it together, and special thanks to Medals of America in Fountain Inn, South Carolina. So, see you next time on Veterans Medals Workshop.